What's up, Mason?
Dude, we're back.
We're back. It's just you and I.
What? Just you and me? How'd it go with Kevin?
It was really good. We had a good episode.
Good. I listened to. I got through like 20 minutes of it. I'm still getting through it. I haven't had a chance yet, but I got through the Jeff kind of saga of the podcast.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Kevin was apparently telling a bunch of stories about Jeff that were totally out of context. I still don't take back what I was saying, which is like. Jeff is like the reason I don't play a lot of online games.
I don't,
but I'm just. I mean, I'll look at Jeff and tell him that to his face.
I know, and what's funny is Jeff admits he does all these things. At first, he'll be like, "Hey, I'm a piece of shit, right?" And we're like, "No, you're obviously not a piece of shit." And then we'll be like, "But you do get really angry."
But sometimes
he'll be like, "Yeah, I do that," and then it'll be over. He'll admit it. I thought that was funny, so I got to get through the rest of it.
He is a different person in person than he is on a game.
100%.
Definitely.
100%.
So there was that whole thing. And then we really just talked about Injustice for a while, and then we talked about Destiny 2.
Great.
Was our main thing.
Great.
Just breaking into... We didn't really break into as much, like it was very reactionary.
Was that the time when they were talking about not having like dedicated servers? Is that what you guys talked about? No?
No, we kind of just talked about like... Kevin was just giving his opinion and the fact that he doesn't want to get too excited because he was burned the first time, but he was admitting that he was still very excited. More excited than he thought he was going to be prior to seeing.
Heck yeah.
And for me, I was very like stoic and like, no,
I'm
not
really?
excited. I'm not excited. I'm gonna let Kevin buy it if he wants to.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch the YouTubers I watch. I'll read the reviews that I read. If everyone says it's 100% better and improvement, I'll do it. We didn't really get into like things. They are making a lot of changes to both the gameplay. They're adding different they're adding those kind of like dungeons. I can't remember the name of them, but there's chunks of rock and like moons of planets and stuff that are small maps that are like dungeons with a mini boss and some loot, and they're all kind of dark and you have to discover them, and there's a lot of new stuff coming out there.
Very cool.
They're making some changes to the competitive, the Crucible. So we didn't really get into like that stuff. We didn't get into all the changes. We just kind of our basic reaction from the 9-minute gameplay video was what we talked about in the last podcast.
Cool.
Did you see any of it? Did you catch up on any of it?
I watched. I don't know which one it was. I watched whatever trailer first introduced Nathan Fillion as a voice kind of character in there.
Oh, you mean like the one that I went over a while back?
Right, where
Funny
they were
one?
kind of like hanging out in the cantina and he was,
talking
shit.
That was like a teaser, but no, there was a big release event.
Oh, that's the only trailer I've seen.
Oh, wow,
that teaser. Yeah,
there's like a 10-minute gameplay video.
I'm not invested. I'm kind of in the same boat as you, but I should watch it for the sake of us talking about it.
We'll watch it sometime. Cool. It's like anything else, it's been polarizing. There's been a group that's like, looks like fucking Destiny 2, I can't wait, let's do it. And then there's a group that's like, this is like Destiny 1.5. This is basically expansion.
Why is that worse?
Well, they were like, why should they pay another $60?
Right. No, yeah,
for a full game that will then go on to sell them more DLC. That's the thing. I fucking hate Activision. I think Activision is a really grimy of all the companies. All of them are bad, but Activision is the grimiest, most sticky-fingered little fucking company. They're just like this. I just imagine this nasty little troll just sticking his nasty hands in my pants trying to grab as much money as it can.
Do you think we'll get a "you done fucked it up" from Angry Joe kind of thing? Situation?
I don't know.
He'll come out in the cash tuxedo.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Commander. What is it?
I don't remember.
Corporate Commander.
Corporate Commander. Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm sure they've talked more about the DLC. I haven't paid all that much attention to it, but I have no doubt in my mind that they will release a game, and then there's going to be tons of DLC that's all very expensive.
Of course. People are going to buy it, though. So it's
and I don't have we've talked about this before. Like, I don't have a problem with DLC so long as the base game that I was sold is worthy of it.
Yeah.
I'll pay extra. Yeah. I will pay for additional. I mean, I'm not one of these people, on the other side of all the hate for DLCs. There's people that will say about DLC like, oh, It was. You could have just put this in the game. Like the attitude that you should have just put in the game. It's like that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes people like Witcher, for example, or any big game. Dragon Age, like these big role playing games, or even something like Battlefield. They had to build that. They had to make all of those assets, all the art design, all the weapons, all the character models, all the the destructibility, and so then they released these DLC maps, and people were like, they're ripping us off. It's like, well,
yeah, I definitely.
That's a lot of fucking work.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think there's definitely two ends to the argument. I mean, in a perfect world, we'd get one huge game, you know, in a timely manner, but. And you would wish that they would announce it a little bit later, so you weren't waiting for it for so long. But that's not, unfortunately, the world we live in. I think you're right. They're gonna, if they put out a good game, it's deserving of DLC. Then I don't.
It's just like a balance you have to hit. Like, you know, as people who play these games and buy these DLC, some of them they're too entitled. They think they deserve everything for free, which is ridiculous. Yeah. And then there's the other side where no one will buy. Or they want to buy everything, and they're like, "Oh, look, I can get a gun and an extra face mask for $25." Right, you're being fucking ripped off. Right. Stop buying that crap. So it's like it's tough, you know. In the middle.
But if they're dumb enough to buy it,
if they want to buy it, they should
go ahead. Go ahead.
But I just feel like they're being victimized, you know, because
they definitely are. And EA but that's their fault. I would argue it's their fault. Yeah. And then the more they do it, the more Activision's going to do that. Yeah. Not just Activision. It's a
vicious cycle.
Yeah, it's just going to keep happening.
Yeah.
What have you been playing, man?
Well, Injustice.
Yeah.
So
do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it. I mean, I'm not the biggest DC guy. I'm not the biggest comic guy, really.
As a fighting game, do you like it?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really, really, really good.
Jimmy picked it up, too. We were talking today about
Oh, really? What did he pick it up on? You know?
I don't know. Okay. I didn't ask. That's a good question.
He probably didn't get it on Xbox.
Probably.
I hope he did.
I think he might have. I don't know.
I feel like we usually get everyone. Our group kind of buys those games Xbox, on Xbox.
Right? Yeah. I would assume. I don't know. I didn't ask him. But
I would never buy a WB game on PC.
His impression was good. I mean, he could tell you, but I think he finished the story.
I haven't yet.
Yeah.
I'm playing Mass Effect. I'm playing. All these games, but I'm more than 50. It actually gives you an achievement for making it 50% through the story.
Yeah,
and I'm a little past that point, so I'm more than 50% in. It's really good.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. You'll see some tomorrow.
Okay,
come over.
Can't wait.
And then I bought Overwatch.
Ooh, did you?
I did, and I hope Kevin's not too mad at me.
Why
I've been telling him, and I've been meaning, I wasn't lying. I've been telling him for months. I promise. I played the beta. I actually really enjoyed it. I just didn't want to pay $60 for it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think I would play it that much.
Right.
As much as I knew it was an incredible.
Because Kevin plays it daily.
Yeah, I know. It's like his thing.
Yeah.
And I just, I'm learning that games I buy on PC, if they're not strategy, I basically don't play them.
Yeah.
We bought Rainbow Six Siege. I installed it.
Oh, did you?
I've never launched it.
Did you buy it with them?
I've never. Yeah, I never launched it. It's not because I don't want to play it. I just don't have time.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So that knowledge kept me from buying Overwatch for a long time. But then I made good friends with my buddy Doug at work, and he plays it like crazy. And I went over to his house one day and I watched him play some ranked matches, and it was awesome,
dude.
And I was like, I really want to get this. And Doug's like, dude, get it. It's on sale on Xbox. And then I was like, oh man, but like, do I get it on PC? Do I get it on Xbox? And I was like, well, Mason has it on, or Mason would probably want to play it on Xbox.
Definitely.
And then I started like getting all these people. I was like, well, Kevin has Jimmy and Chris and other people who play it. So I was like, well, I'll get it on Xbox. It's 50% off. So I bought it.
There's no...
and I love it.
I'm so excited that you bought it.
Dude, we're going to have a team.
Hopefully. I hope this works out.
Even Tim.
I've explained my frustrations in the past with our group getting together to play group games. It has nothing to do with anyone. It's no one's fault. We're all busy guys.
Yeah, shit happens.
Shit definitely happens, and they're not always great games that we get into. The Division, shout out.
Oh God, yeah. But that was I'm blaming the game.
No, 100%. For Honor, game's fault. We would have played the shit out of that game. Had it worked.
I enjoyed the game itself. We talked about that.
But Overwatch, dude. I'm excited just to talk about Overwatch. I love this game, and I'm not a competitive multiplayer shooter guy.
Exactly.
And I am 100% more of that than you are.
I hate multiplayer games.
Dude, when I think I told Kevin I was going to get it on Xbox, because I have owned it on PlayStation 4 for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bought it forever ago digitally. I think there was like a sale for like $40. I picked it up, and I loved it. I got to like rank 22 or something by myself. Okay. And it was a lot of fun.
It's fun by yourself.
Yeah, it is. It is really fun by yourself. But what happened was you get to a point where like it does get trickier when you don't have a group to play with. So what was happening was that you would come up against a more competitive group of people. They're all playing together, and you're like, man, I'm really getting smashed here.
Yeah.
Since I played it on PlayStation 4, there's been so many changes to the game. Just booting it up on Xbox, I don't know how they were so far behind. But so now they have like that arcade mode, which wasn't there before. There's that thing after each game where you can vote to stay.
Well, that was in the beta on PC.
Dude, I'm telling you, on PlayStation 4, not a thing.
What?
Maybe I'm wrong. I
Maybe
don't know.
you just weren't voting.
Maybe I don't know how I would have missed it.
Because that was in the beta.
I don't know how I would have missed it, dude. I'm telling you. But
that's weird.
I mean, maybe someone can correct me. That's crazy if I missed it, but maybe I did. Anyway, I love that. I love that little voting to stay in the group thing.
And I love it because the community always votes for the healers.
Yeah, dude. Let's get into that.
They are not a community that's like, how many kills you get, bro? Yeah. Bro, how many kills?
That guy gets down.
What's your KD, dog? What's your KD?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't even know where I was going with that. Let's get into that. I texted you yesterday, I think, when you finally convinced me to buy an Xbox. You're like, I'm playing it with this rando from work. And I'm like,
I'm telling you, he's the reason I'm going to play a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's like, persistent. He plays the seasons.
Yeah.
He's a rank 100. He's like, dude, I need people to help me with seasons.
I'm sorry, real quick. What I was going to say was with Kevin. Yeah, I know. Was with Kevin. I told him I was going to get an Xbox, and he's like, why are you doing that? And I was like,
you don't have a PC.
I was like, well, yeah, I don't have a PC.
He can get mad at me because I have a PC.
Well, he's like, why would you buy it? He didn't know you were getting it. And then I was like, well, Ian's going to pick it up, and his buddy from work. And he's like, dude, that's not an Ian game. And I was like, I know.
Oh, that's not true.
It's super weird, but it kind of is. You don't play competitive
multiplayer
first-person shooters. Okay, we'll get into that. But, off the top of my head, I was like, it doesn't seem like an Ian game.
Sure.
And I was like, fuck it, I'll play it. And then I downloaded it, which unfortunately took forever because of my internet. So I only got like an hour to play it last night. I had 2 nights ago.
It was so funny. I'm going to cut you off really quick.
Please, yeah.
Because we were talking about it. I was like, I'll text Mason. Doug kept asking me, dude, where's your buddy, man? Is he going to drop
shit.
Because we were trying to play. I'm like, I think it's still down. I'll text him. I think it's still down. I'll text him. And then we're like, it's 10 o'clock and we're getting off. I'm like, all right. And then I go on my friends list and you're playing Overwatch. Let's fucking play Overwatch.
dude, and props to you guys because it seemed like you were on for a couple hours, like 4 or 5 hours.
I'm not fucking around.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I got really psyched. But yeah, I only had an hour and I was like, I'm really rusty at this game. I'm going to jump in and get some warm-up games in so I don't jump into their group and piss off this random guy
who
takes it seriously.
Yeah, but we're not playing ranked.
Well, we can't. You and I can't.
Yeah, but he can't either. The season's over in like a day.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't want to play this season.
You wait till the beginning of the next season.
Dude, his goal, he's like, we're going to get your buddy Mason. He's already calling you Mason.
Yeah, dude, I love that.
Get your buddy Mason. You'll meet him tomorrow. He's awesome. We're going to get your buddy Mason and you to level 25.
Let's do it.
We have a couple of months before Season 5 starts. By that time, I'm hoping to recruit a few...
There's months in between?
He's like a month. He said a month or two. I don't remember.
Holy shit.
He's like, by the time Season 5 starts, we'll have you guys about level 40.
Fuck yeah.
Then we can jump in and we can start... And he's all
I love this
he
guy,
have a battle plan.
I love this guy's passion. I love the passion.
He is so fucking ready. He was like the reason I bought it on an Xbox. I was going to get it on PC. I was telling him for a long time, I'm getting this on PC. I told my friend Kevin I'm getting it on PC when I get it. And... but he's so persistent. He was like, "Are you going to get it?" There it is. It showed up on the
monitor. That always happens.
Yeah, it does. It does happen.
All those characters.
And
so
these
we'll
don't even have they don't even have the new ones.
Oh, they don't.
It's the Game of the Year edition that has. There was the only one that you can buy. It was $38.99.
Yeah, $38.99.
Has all the characters that have been added since.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what I was going to say is I texted you the night where I was downloading. I think it was Wednesday or maybe it was yesterday. I don't remember. You can let me know. But we were just talking about, I was like, dude, what are your first impressions? I was happy to hear that you liked it. And then I was like, my favorite thing, which might make this like top 2 or 3 multiplayer shooters for me of all time, is that it really rewards the individual no matter what you're doing. As long as you're contributing.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned earlier, you have the
goal,
Call of Duty guy who gets 58 kills. And then everyone downvotes him. They're like, what was he doing that got him 50? He must have been camping or doing something wrong.
He wasn't, yeah.
And then there's the healer who got 12,000 points of healing. And we remember he was Lucio. He was around us the whole time. He helped us.
Shielding.
He sped us up when we needed to get there and then shielded us.
Mercy.
And then everyone votes for you. And, you can even get play of the game as a healer.
As a healer, yeah.
That never happens in any game ever. People are like...
What's our biggest complaint about Battlefield? The medics don't do their fucking job.
No, never. And they're always like on the front lines, like,
standing surrounded by dead dudes.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
They could be healing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then in Overwatch, everyone seems to pretty well do their job. We're kind of in the lower ranks still, but so people are kind of
we're very low.
People are kind of getting their bearings. I'm only level 5. I don't know what you got.
I got to 9.
9. Okay. Yeah. So people are still kind of getting their bearings, but I've heard once you get into ranked, it's really kind of like cracked down. People are doing their shit.
It's cracked down, but it's also it's nice because it's simpler because all you have to do is your role.
Yeah.
When, I was playing with Doug, and he was like, dude, I mean, quick play's fine, but I fucking hate quick play. Because all these fucking assholes just run around. They don't care about team composition. He's getting all like...
Team composition?
Yeah, he's all into it. The balance is off. You don't have this. He's all going on about it.
Awesome.
Everyone wants to be fucking Tracer. And he's all pissed off.
I don't even like Tracer.
I actually love Tracer.
Really?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
But he just goes on about... That's what matters in ranked, is that it's actually easier in the sense that you don't have to feel like, God, I better play the tank because this guy's Reinhardt is just running around trying to kill people with his hammer instead of going to the command point.
Right.
So that's his point, is that everyone knows their job. All you have to do is what your role is. That's
is he a guy?
All you're responsible.
Is he a guy who, if you make one mistake, is going to freak out and like boot you out of the game and call you a cunt?
Not
go Jeff on you. Go full Jeff on you.
No. And to be fair, Jeff would not boot me out.
No.
He would just ridicule me.
I'm just kidding.
He would constantly ridicule me.
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
No. He's not like that. But he just gets fed up with online people.
Yeah, definitely.
Who just don't care.
Definitely.
And they're like, I don't care. I'm just going to play McCree and
or Reaper. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And
or the soldier.
It just makes him mad because he thinks that he loves the game so much, and he thinks it's designed so well that all these idiots are being disrespectful to what's great about Overwatch.
Yeah.
So he just gets really mad about it. But no, not at all. I had some bad games, and he was just telling me how to get better.
Sweet.
It worked for me.
Dude,
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
So we were saying it's not a me game, and like on the surface level, like if you don't really look at Overwatch at all, it's not, because it's online only and it's first-person shooter.
Yeah.
There's no story.
Yeah.
But if Kevin remembers, I wasn't always a non-multiplayer guy. Him and I played a ton of Halo.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I wasn't there for the Dark Ages, if you will.
Dozens and dozens and dozens of hours, hundreds of hours probably, him and I playing. Whether it was, usually it was Halo 4 when it first came out, but we did Reach for a long time, a lot of Halo Online, which I loved because we had a big group of people that played it.
Yeah.
And we were in a party, and we would kick ass.
Like when Battlefield began, kind of thing. Like when Battlefield came out.
Yeah, like that every night. And we would just dominate.
It'd be awesome.
Because we were on a team. And I love the fact that it's team-oriented. There's different roles. Everyone plays a role.
Yeah.
You communicate. It's not about... Because the reason I don't like a lot of multiplayer stuff is because I'm not very good at games, to be totally honest. I'm not very good. I don't have Twitch reaction.
Right.
I get my ass kicked in Battlefield a lot. Like, there'll be times where I'll play Battlefield for a little while, and I'll just die so much. It's not fun at all.
Almost like you get fatigued,
and you're at the bottom of that list, and you just suck. I'm like, why am I? You know what I mean? Why do I want to play this? Like, it's the same thing with a lot of games. It's just a lot of multiplayer games. With single player games, no one's there. I don't care. I might get Dark Souls, or whatever. I'll die a lot, but it's not hurting anyone but me.
Right.
Whereas I'm actually hurt. But in this game, as Mercy, I don't have to be good at sniping or anything. I can all I have to do is be smart.
Yeah.
Stay behind, heal people.
Know when to take cover.
No one's, you can kind of bend the healing arc around stuff.
You can fly around too, right?
You can fly to them. So if you see someone that's hurt, you can aim at them, hit RB, and she flies to them. And then you can heal them. Once you're healed, you can give them the 12% damage bonus, and you just back off. But you are responsible for your team winning. I mean, they wouldn't, and that's
pressure.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
And I don't have to. It just. You hold the right trigger down, it heals them.
Yeah,
and I'm contributing, and I don't have to be the fucking badass that I'm not. And that's why I love it. Plus,
but you still get play of the game. You can still get upvoted at the end.
Definitely.
It's so crazy. It's so great.
So yeah.
I mean,
who are your characters right now? Who do you feel like? I think we both are Lucio guys, right?
We're both Lucio guys.
Yeah, Lucio's my number one guy.
Because I knew you liked Lucio a lot, I jumped around.
I was like, changed.
I was like, no, I do have to change. We got to keep it diverse on our team. This fictitious team your buddy made up that we're gonna run the world with.
I'm surprised
I'm
he
excited.
At the table yet.
I'm gonna hug this guy like
tonight.
Fuck yeah!
We're playing Overwatch tonight. I've got 4 people now, including you.
Yeah, who's it for?
Another coworker.
All right, hell yeah.
Well, he's kind of flaky though.
Okay, well, we're used to
I don't know if he listens.
We're used to that. If he
Drew,
does,
you're a flake.
Drew, shout out to you. Anyway, so Lucio was my go-to right off the bat when I was warming up because he's fast-paced enough where you can still feel like you're in the action. He has 2 main things you need to do, which I like. You can either have an area of effect around you that heals everyone within it, or that speeds everyone up.
Right.
So I like right when the match starts, you
can get
everyone to the objective immediately.
Hit RB is my jam!
Yeah.
The game doesn't take itself seriously, too. So
no, but the voice acting's great.
Oh, it's awesome. I love all the different characters.
McCree is done by the Geeks and Sundry guy. God, what is his name? The guys who do D&D?
Yeah.
The main guy. He does a lot of voice acting.
That's funny.
There's footage of him doing it and him playing online, doing the voice. People are losing their fucking minds.
I bet.
And then the Lucio guy did it. Dude, it's so funny. You should definitely... Anybody listening should watch. It's so funny. But anyway, I like Lucio a lot. I wanted to find something that's more offensive, even though he does a really good amount of damage.
He's a good compromise.
Yeah.
He's not the best healer, obviously, because Mercy can heal a lot more than he can, but he's a lot more mobile. He's got an offensive attack that's actually
really good.
Worth a damn.
Yeah.
I usually get between 8 to 10 eliminations.
Yeah, he has a long range attack. Not long range, but you know what I mean, like medium to long range.
Fine,
kind of like a single shot or like a burst.
It reminds me of the Gene Ocean. In Star Wars, episode 2, they have those.
Yeah.
They fire those big round green balls of sound.
Yeah, you're right.
They look just
and then he has kind of a short range blast. It kind of blows people away. It doesn't do a lot of damage.
Especially on maps with pitfalls.
Yeah.
That I don't know the name of all the maps yet.
No, I don't.
The Egyptian one.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The second point that you're trying to capture that's surrounded by nothing.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Just blowing people off.
They run up, they just run in there and you boom and they just fly off. It's so fun.
So Lucio was my go-to. I wanted to be more offensive. So I jumped into Reaper, who I like a lot.
I want to talk to you about Reaper then. Go.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about it.
So the reason I like Reaper a lot is he has kind of the dual shotgun.
Yeah.
Is what you'd call him. I don't, you know what I mean.
Sure.
They're very close range, close to medium range. He also has that teleport ability, which I like because if you are trying to, on the attacking team of an objective, and they have a really good defense going, you can find a way to teleport behind them and try, to get as many of their defenses out before your team, tries to come in. And his other ability is to, for 3-4 seconds, you do this weird thing where you're invincible. You kind of go into a weird shadow mode.
And you can just walk.
You can get the fuck out.
They can see you.
Yeah,
you can just walk out.
The point is to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly to be used in my case anyway. Right after you would teleport, kill as many as you can, and then get the fuck out.
Yeah,
you'd save yourself from dying. I like that a lot. He does a lot of damage.
Okay, that's my question. I just suck. I think I just suck. I was playing as him, and I was having a hard time getting kills. I feel like I would aim at them and just blast, and fuck, why aren't they?
You have to be
dying?
close. You have to be close,
really close,
pretty close. They're really short range weapons, and you want to aim more towards the head.
Right.
But yeah, you should have been getting killed. Maybe they nerfed him. I don't know. Maybe they nerfed him. But
I would go with me not playing it.
I definitely don't think you suck, but but you do have to be pretty close, which is kind of his thing. So I played a lot of Lucio and Reaper, and then I tried McCree, who I'm not great with. It involves a lot of accuracy.
His gun is very I was just going to say, it's hyper accurate, and you can't really
on console, that's tricky. I feel like on PC it'd be different.
This game is better on PC.
But there is a way you can use him as more of a close range, kind of, because he has that kind of, where he fans the hammer, kind of, doom, and then he's out. He has that flashbang grenade, which those two work really well together. So you would stun, and then hit him with the the fan, and that usually kills him, because you finish up hitting him in the head with the recoil. Usually that'll kill him. Let's see. Lucio, Reaper, McCree, Hanzo. Hanzo I like a lot. Hanzo's tricky though, because Hanzo you hate at first.
You have to sit down and have a conversation about Hanzo with Doug. Then
is he not a Hanzo fan? No, really?
Okay. I'm speaking from him, not knowing a lot. He's saying Hanzo's fine in quick play. He's fun.
Yeah,
he's fun. It's fun to use a bow and arrow.
He is fun to use. Yeah.
He's saying that the problem with him is that people try to use him in ranked.
Yeah.
And he fires really slowly.
Yeah.
And Hanzos get their ass kicked in ranked because no one plays. Everyone plays stuff that. But that could be different on PC. But he's saying because he's and he has to draw back, and he gets his ass kicked in rank.
So I talked to Kevin about this today because I was like, dude, Hanzo's great, and he's a lot of fun because he has that ability to kind of traverse anything. You can climb anything, which is really helpful. But and he has kind of the multiple arrow thing, which does come in handy in close range situations. But I was like, he doesn't do, for the time it takes to shoot, you're not doing a lot of damage.
You have to get headshots.
Apparently, headshots are almost insta kill every time.
Yeah,
that's his thing. So, I guess if you can get good with the accuracy,
he only does 20%, 10 to 20% damage though on a life hit. With
you watch the bar, nothing. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's for as slow as it is.
But all the characters are so well balanced. Blizzard does a great job. You're like, there has to be something, some kind of redeeming quality about it. There has to be, right? Or you wouldn't be a character.
Apparently, you don't see him much in ranked.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm curious to when we get there. I'm going to really look out and see if maybe that's something he's just finding in his own personal experience, or if we're going to see more.
My point was mainly he's a lot of fun. And your buddy's right. He's just fun to play. It's fun to shoot a bow. And when you do get headshots...
all these guns, and you've got this
crazy bow. And then when you do get headshots, it does do a significant amount of damage. But it's hard to get a headshot on fucking live people playing a video game. You know what I mean? Especially with a controller.
Except for, I do find that Widow... there's something about the...
Or is it Widow?
Is it Widowmaker? I think it's Widowmaker.
Okay.
Her sniper rifle, even on controller, is so easy.
I've never played as her.
Only once. I just was kind of messing around, and like, I thought the controller would inhibit that. It didn't seem to. Really? I was like, oh wow. Geez,
I just haven't found a map where I thought a sniper rifle would come in handy.
The one that I like it in, that same one, that Egyptian one. It's great.
Yeah.
Because the first
that hallway,
the first section takes place. There's a lot of big stone blocks up there. The other one too. It's like Cairo, the city, the Egyptian city, not the ruins. When you go in through the gate, they all come in through that fucking gate.
Yeah.
And there's a market thing way up there, and you can it's like Normandy. They all fucking run through that gate, and you're boom, 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 just taking it.
Does enough damage though?
Oh, it's ridiculous. Plus, it's cool because when she gets in trouble, someone comes up, she just switches to her. It's an automatic rifle.
Oh, okay.
You got a machine gun.
Okay, cool.
She defends herself with a machine gun. I only played with her for a little bit.
I should try her. One thing I wanted to bring up, which might be my favorite part about this game, and I want to get your opinion on it, is if you do pretty much any significant amount of damage to anybody, but you don't get the finishing blow, you still get the elimination credit. Per the amount of damage that you did.
I know. I've seen that.
Love that. I fucking love that. Because like in Battlefield, you could get like an assist for like 10
you
XP
take two shots
whatever.
And then you have to reload and then someone else kills them.
Exactly, yeah, and they get the credit for that. In the scoreboard, they get the kill, you get an assist, which to me is bullshit. I love the way Overwatch does it. Everyone gets credit.
Yep.
And that I loved about that was just one thing that really stood out to me. Do you prefer it that way?
Yeah, well, it actually breaks it down. It says eliminations and then it says solo kills.
Oh, really? It does?
So solo kills is the amount of the people that you just fucking killed yourself. You just took them out. Mm-hmm. And then eliminations is solo kills plus the kills that you shared with them.
Oh, I always look right at the eliminations thing.
Yeah, it's down to the right at the bottom.
Gotcha.
So they actually break that shit down.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's so good.
So, I want to talk to you about Tracer. Why don't you like... Do you don't like playing as her, or do you not like playing when someone else is her?
It's not that I don't... No, it's not that I mind when other people are her. I just don't know how to play her well, and I didn't try it long enough to get good. I was like,
she's so funny.
Oh, I'm better with Lucio. He has funny things to say, and he can skate on walls. And I'm like, I'm going back to Lucio. But Tracer seems really fast-paced, which isn't a bad thing. From what I did know, isn't it like two kind of like quick pistols that you have kind of thing?
They're like automatic. They fire burst fire.
Yeah. And then I was like, I just felt like I wasn't doing a lot of like what I should have been doing.
That's not.
Yeah. Tell me what Tracer does.
So I only used her the hours that I've played. I only use her on one specific game mode and not very much of it. Right at the beginning.
Okay.
You know the payload where you escort the payload?
Yeah.
You know how it sits there, they have to capture the point before it starts moving? So I'll start one of those games off as Tracer, immediately run to the other side of the map as behind them, as they're running toward. I'm not trying to kill anybody. I'll just start shooting them. And then you're like, what the fuck? And they turn around and you run away. And then you shoot the other one, and they turn around, and you start shooting them all. And they're no longer headed toward the objective. They're like, what the fuck is going on? And they turn around, they're trying to fight you, and they fucking follow you around, and they're not even going after the objective anymore. They want to kill you so bad.
Giving your team the opportunity to move the objective.
Well, to move it, or if you're defending, you're all in a position, you're ready to go, and then two of them arrive. Two of the opponent arrive there, and they're like, where the fuck is our team? And Tracer's sitting here just...
So you just harass the enemy team?
She's like, she's just
where do your points,
skirmisher.
Where do your points come in?
Well, I still get credited with a lot of eliminations.
Oh, okay.
Because I'll put a whole clip into someone's back, and then they'll give up because I can just teleport away.
Oh, you're quick.
And then they run in. Okay. You can teleport.
I'm telling you, I played 5 minutes of Tracer.
Left trigger.
Yeah.
There's 3 glowing arrows on the screen, the bottom of the screen. You teleport about 10 feet.
Oh, shit.
Per one.
Yeah,
you can go boop, 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 and be 30 feet away.
Oh, shit.
And then, if you teleport into a bunch of bullshit, and you're like, oh my god, I'm in the middle of a fight, you can hit RB, and it rewinds time for your last... and you're out of it, and then you just run off.
Dude, god damn.
So you just sneak behind him, and you bug him, and then you run away, and they run to the command point at half health, and you get eliminations.
Dude.
Because they're almost dead by the time they arrive, and then they have to start all over again. Tracer can... A person who knows what they're doing with Tracer can make an entire team waste like 2 to 3 minutes of the opening match.
Which is pretty crucial.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, if you're doing it right, I wasn't doing that well. But I mean,
still,
I would that, or they have players like Widowmaker, or some kind of like back player who hangs back. Mercies, they're just low hanging fruit for Tracer because they hang back.
Yeah,
and then you come up and just blast them, and they're like turning around, and you just zip off, and then you zip back, and they're still there because they're trying to snipe, and Widowmaker's useless. She can't snipe because she keeps getting killed. Attacked by Tracer.
That way she can't do, and I would imagine
she can't perform her.
Probably help a lot with healers too, because you know how a lot of times you have a Mercy healing a tank, and you're like,
as Tracer, I go after Mercy.
It's like you have to get rid of that Mercy because then the Roadhog's invincible with a Mercy behind it. So like, but yeah, I would imagine that helps, right? Like when you have Tracer, you just hit Mercy.
Yeah, Mercy's not looking for Tracer to be behind her. It's fun.
This makes me want to play it.
So we'll play it 9 o'clock tonight. So, but I don't play her much because once like the match is underway, you can't be running around in the background. You need to be defending, but it's great way to open up a game.
Okay, shit.
Yeah, I love her. She's a lot of fun. I just love listening to her talk.
I love listening to all of them talk. They all have great personalities. Do you have a tank? Have you played any tank?
Yeah, I play when the situation needs it. I play as Reinhardt mainly.
He's the one with the hammer, right?
And the shield.
And the shield. Okay, okay. I
like D.Va as well.
I was gonna say, okay, we're on the same page.
D.Va is Doug's character.
I like Reinhardt and D.Va a lot.
Yep.
D.Va, if you're good with D.Va, if you have a good D.Va, you pretty much have 3 offensive characters on your team that are doing fine.
And she has 600 hit points.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then what I learned, again from talking to Kevin, because he is an Overwatch fanatic, is that with her super, if you will, she jumps out and explodes, right?
Yeah.
So what he showed me to do is she has that kind of forward launch that she does. You do that, you hit your super, get the fuck out. It's now a rolling nuclear bomb, and it just destroys everybody. And then you bring another one down. Even on her own, she doesn't have a lot of health, but she can do damage, and you can do what you need. But
well, and then if you earn a super with her out of the D.Va, you can pull another one back.
Yeah, it's like you do a Titanfall. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude. D.Va is probably my go-to tank. I'm not good with Reinhardt. I feel like I could never close the distance enough, and I always miss.
That's the thing. Is like that's not the point. Yeah, I die a lot as Reinhardt.
He has the shield.
And I'm sure there's a great person who gets lots of kills as Reinhardt, but for me, I just get to the point. I get in a corner, and I just hold the shield up, and everyone shoots at you. I'm like,
so good.
Shoot at me.
Shoot at me, you fuck.
Meanwhile, everyone else is either killing them or on the point. But for some reason, everyone sees a Reinhardt with a shield, and they're like, shoot him.
Shoot him.
And then everyone shoots at him, and meanwhile, everyone else can get. And I just stand there. I'm just like,
it is really weird that they do that.
They have to kill him. I don't know. Everyone just wants to kill him. So like then you have that thing where he hits the hammer, it sends a shockwave.
Yeah.
So you can just drop that, send a shockwave, and then his super, it works because everyone comes at you.
Yeah.
And they come right up to you, and then you just do Y, and it's like a big shockwave, and they go fucking flying. It's awesome,
dude.
So I like Reinhardt a lot.
God, I'm so excited to play this game.
9 o'clock, man. Tonight.
I'm excited, man.
Tonight.
I'll probably be on before that, but I'm excited.
All right. It might be slightly later than that because I got to go to the store, but I will be on tonight.
I'll be on tonight.
Late.
Yeah, I'll be on for a long time tonight. I'm doing the coffee binge, so
I might have to do that.
You should do it.
I recommend get like some energy drinks at the stores.
I recommend it. The darkest, murkiest, shittiest coffee you can find. What are we missing anything about Overwatch?
No. I'm looking forward to getting up to 25 and playing this next season.
Yeah.
I hope we can find a group that wants to I mean, the 3 of us, I think, are pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, I think that'll make it.
But that'll make it good. But if we can get even more, the more we can get, the better.
Yeah, if you have 2 good people, you're like, okay, we can win a lot of games with 2 dedicated people. But 3 is great. And then imagine if we had 4 or 5.
If we could get 6, a full fucking team.
Yeah, God,
that plays crazy. It'd be great.
Did you ever watch like when it came out? Again, I refer to Angry Joe again. I know you're a fan. I'm a fan.
Huge fan.
When he did his review, it showed him and his team playing all as the soldier.
Yes,
there's so much Call of Duty happening, which is kind of true.
Yeah.
Soldier is a little bit cheap.
I mean, that's what he's there. I feel like he's there to kind of onboard people.
Yeah,
and 100%. He is very useful.
Yeah,
if you hit someone direct with that grenade launcher, they die instantly.
Oh yeah, and his pulse rifle has really good accuracy with it too. And then, but I feel like he's the introduction character. Yeah. He's the one you jump into the tutorial with. Mm-hmm. Very easy to play with. It tells you...
He's a good damage dealer. Like, if you have one Soldier 76 among everything, that's good.
Yeah, it's great. And I love how when you look at the character details, it'll tell you kind of the difficulty rating, where, like, the Soldier has 1 star, where, like, a Zenyatta has, like, 3.
Is she the cloaking one?
Zenyatta's the one who can, like, float, who, like, floats the whole... is, like, doing yoga the whole time.
Oh, the robot guy.
And you can through orbs, orbs. You give people
He's
orbs.
He's a healer
of,
too. Yeah.
It's like everything. It's really weird. Kevin plays a lot of Zenyatta, and I'm like, I got to work up to that.
Who's the one that cloaks?
Is it Genji?
No.
Genji's the one with the sword.
Yeah, Genji doesn't cloak.
I don't even know all of them, dude.
She's newer. She's purple.
I wouldn't know
she's got purple hair.
I wouldn't even know.
And she's got a submachine gun pistol, and she can cloak. She's kind of like Tracer, or she's kind of like the same group as Tracer and Reaper. Like she can disappear.
Kind of get in there,
cause it's like a teleport. Get out. You can disappear and show up. And then there's the other sniper, Ana.
Is she the one who heals?
She's the blue hood.
Her rifle like does healing, or does Widowmaker do that? I know there's one where her sniper rifle has like, if you hit an enemy, it does damage. If you hit a teammate, it heals.
Oh shit, I didn't know that shit.
Okay.
Oh, but anyone who's listening to Overwatch is like, oh my god.
I know. You take it easy on us. We're both under rank 10. So like, but I'm really excited to get into ranked. I've never played it. Even on PlayStation 4, I got to level.
It's gonna be
like 19 or something.
I'll be working toward it.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. I'm excited. Fuck, we should talk about news.
We should. Actually, there was a little bit of news from a while back. It's not one of the ones I sent you. Because I actually heard it on a podcast.
Throw me a curveball.
Yeah, because I want your opinion.
Okay.
So Mass Effect Andromeda didn't turn out commercially or critically,
right,
or in really any way. EA has taken BioWare Montreal and reduced them down to a support team for other.
What?
Yeah, they've been reduced. Team? Yeah, they're a support team for other studios making games now. They went from making one of EA's flagship games to a support. They're not even making their own game anymore.
Were they just demoted or have there been layoffs? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm sure there have been people fired. Absolutely. I don't know that. That's not. I'm sure that people lost their job. They probably reduced size. But the fact that they're literally not allowed to make video games anymore is.
Dude,
that's telling
crazy.
Statement.
That tells you, but
then EA has said Mass Effect is on ice.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, they have to give it time.
That's crazy.
My right off the bat reaction, dude, that's insane. I don't even know. I don't think it's out of line. I don't with the way it was treated. I just, you know what I mean.
There was an obvious bad.
But it was pretty bad. I mean, I didn't play it, so I don't know. But from what I saw, it was pretty bad. Do you follow, or if you don't, you should. Anybody listening should. If you have a Twitter, you should follow Cheap Ass Gamer.
Oh, okay.
I just saw it today. It went on sale on Amazon for $30. $30.
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect. That's not a good sign. Overwatch is still $60.
Yeah, it's like we're on sale and it's $40, and you're like, sale?
Sale? What sale? Taxes? It's
$20 off. Yeah.
Either way, though, but yeah, that was just something I thought you were going to bring up, the sale. I'm not sure that. I don't know if it was that long.
That's sad.
I don't know necessarily what it means to be a support team.
For me, I blame. Well, it just means that they are working on other people's games.
Right, but doing what? Hey,
whatever's left, there's a lot of extra work. So I mean, there's a lot. It's just a big workload that they can help. I mean, they're professional people.
Yeah.
So like, look, you can help with your programmers can help our programmers. Your animators can help out animate all that stuff.
No, totally.
Your art direction, we can take your art team and put them in it with their art.
And that's
team.
good that they still have things for them to do.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, and EA has a lot of games that need support. So
do you think
that's a big relegation?
Do you think it was too much?
I blame EA for all of this.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, fucking EA Montreal, or BioWare Montreal, you guys suck. It's like, no.
Someone should have looked at it first, right? Before.
Well, EA needs to keep its Mass Effect dick in its pants.
Yeah.
And just shut up and don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't talk about the game until it's ready. Because then you're like, we're making Mass Effect.
Right.
Details in 6 months.
Andromeda
and then 6 months come up and they're like, here it is. And they get all their marketing going. And meanwhile, Montreal's like, fuck.
We got to get this
shit
together.
This game is glitchy as hell. Yeah. We're not ready. Like, EA's like, well, hurry it up. Because you need to launch by this time. Then they delay.
Corporate Commander.
Then they delay them. It delayed. It was supposed to come out in 2015.
Jesus Christ.
2016. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out in like fall of 2016. And EA's like, we need it out by this fall. And they're like, I'm sure Montreal's like, no fucking way.
Yeah, no.
And then they're like, well, we need to have it out in March. And then they delay it. Now the more you delay it, the more you piss everyone off.
Yeah.
And one delay, most people will be fine with. But if you keep delaying, they should have just shut the fuck up and let those guys work. Obviously, there's a limit. I mean, they could work literally forever.
Yeah,
I've heard developers talk about that. They're like, look, if we didn't have any guidelines, we would never release it.
It would take 10 years
because it's
to
always
make a Mass
we
Effect.
love it so much.
Right.
So you got to force it out.
Right.
But clearly, I mean, you don't even need to play games to know that game was messed up.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you release it? I mean, that's you're asking for that. You're asking, and then you turn around and you're like, oh, your games suck. We're gonna punish you. It's like, you're the one who fucking released it. I just can't.
I think you make a really
Stop
good point.
blaming devs.
Yeah, I think you make a really good point. I think we don't know what happened. You know what I mean? But that's the most likely scenario as to what happened. I think that speaks to the obvious fact that you really shouldn't be announcing games that are not ready to be announced.
Yeah.
You have to have something when you announce it. And don't give a date.
Like, EA doesn't have enough to be excited about right now. You got all the Star Wars games.
Yeah.
Just
relax.
Everyone's distracted.
Just relax.
Just fucking release it in 2018.
Yeah, we're If we didn't know about it, we wouldn't care.
I mean,
know what I mean?
Everyone would just be talking about it. You think they're working on a
Do you think they're doing a Mass Effect?
There'd be rumors. I think Montreal's working on
But we would
a
have
Mass Effect.
fun talking about it.
Like Fallout 4.
Yeah.
People don't know it's still glitchy mess.
Here you go. Well, that's Bethesda. That's a whole other thing.
That's a whole different conversation.
That. You'd get angry if it wasn't a glitchy mess, and I would in a fucking Bethesda open world game. But yeah, I think that's kind of what it speaks to. Is I wish they would wait until they're sure of at least give me like a 6-month time frame of when, you know what I mean.
And I think even if it was perfect, it would have gotten better reviews. It still would have had issues because the writing and stuff. We talked about that. You can't fix that, but it's still just unfair to the developers to put all that time into it, and then you force them out into the light before it's ready. And it's like, it's just sad that they worked for probably 5 years. They put their hearts and souls and all their time, and they crunched and all that stuff. It comes out, it gets totally ridiculed, and then EA tells them they screwed up, relegates them to support, and puts Mass Effect on ice. And like now they're the ones being blamed for.
So you feel like EA is kind of pointing fingers?
Absolutely.
Like, hey, we gave it to them. They said they were good, kind of thing.
I mean, they haven't said that, but yeah, I mean that's kind of what they do.
Would infer, yeah.
That's what I'm getting from it.
I feel like
because if they didn't blame them, why would they be like you're only? If they thought they did a great job, they would have given them another game.
No, yeah, they would have owned up to it as a company. They like, well, we weren't ready. Blah blah blah. We would have announced the sequel. I think you mentioning them putting it on ice is good. I think it needs time to breathe. For them, I mean, unless you disagree, but I feel like
I don't.
We need time to recover from this whole situation. I hope they don't put a stop to completely to Mass Effect, which I don't think they will.
I think there's still supposed to be DLC for Andromeda out.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, I mean, we know they're working on a Dragon Age game, and Edmonton, the original BioWare team, they made Knights of the Republic and the Mass Effect trilogy and all that. They are making a new IP, which I assume is going to be announced at E3, and then they said it's going to be released in spring of 2018.
Are you expecting anything like Dragon Age or Mass Effect?
No.
Their
little press release was like, it's going to be a great new game where you can play games with your friends.
What does that mean?
It's probably going to be another.
We've been doing that for 15 years.
I'm thinking it's going to be a Destiny clone.
Yeah. Well, you're never going to get a Destiny
persistent online thing where there's a hub and you can meet up with your friends and you run around with your little characters and then you go on missions.
That's unfortunate.
We'll see. I mean, I could be dead wrong.
Yeah, you could be.
But that's what they said.
Not. Yeah. No, you're right. And you're just taking from what they gave you. And
that's the trend. That's what everyone wants made. And unfortunately, BioWare's not. They're owned by EA, and EA needs a game to fight Destiny. That's all. All these creations are just.
Why? There shouldn't be.
There needs to be an answer.
But there shouldn't be the fighting.
We need to.
They shouldn't have because you're not going to compete.
I'm going to buy both.
You're not going to compete with Destiny. Just don't even. There's no
BioWare. At least BioWare can tell a story.
That's a great point.
Maybe they'll get all the people who said "fuck you," Destiny.
Said "fuck you" for not having the story. I think you're right. I think they shouldn't be like, "Oh, but we have a cool shooter too." Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people who will. I may have said that wrong. I don't think you should directly compete with Destiny with another cool shooter. Like
that's what Battlefield is.
A Call of Duty Battlefield thing. And you're right. You do get those two teams, the two kind of armies, Battlefield versus Call of Duty, but. And you have guys who play both. I consider myself a guy who plays both. I'm just waiting for a good Call of Duty game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Just tired of Call of Duty.
Yeah, they just kind of suck right now. But when the next one comes out, I'm going to play the fuck out of it. You are too, and you renownedly hate Call of Duty, and you're excited for World War II.
I'm excited for World War II, and I've just got really, really tired. They're part of the reason I hate Activision.
Deservingly,
fucking get out of here.
Deservingly,
which I'm hypocritical about because I loved all the Assassin's Creed games.
And I know you fuck. You fucking shill. You're getting that Activision money.
That's Ubisoft.
That shill or Ubisoft. Yeah, I'm sorry. That Ubisoft money. That shill check.
Speaking of Ubisoft.
Oh,
that transition.
That segue though. The look Ian just gave me when he said that.
I gotta cool down a little bit.
I was concerned for
Far Cry 5.
For my virginity. Far Cry 5. Dude.
You're more of a Far Cry guy than I am. Big time.
You played... I don't remember which one I let you borrow.
4.
4?
Yeah.
Did you ever play 3?
Yes.
Did you ever play 2?
Is that the one in Africa?
Maybe. I feel like they all take place in the same area. I know they
Definitely
don't.
not.
I know they don't, but I don't care geographically.
I like Primal.
To me, it's always like on an island.
Primal,
doing stuff.
3 was on an island.
Right.
4 was in the Himalayas.
Okay.
I think 2 was in like... that was an email.
Shout out to you. Happy birthday.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday to you too.
Jesus. Where was I? Oh, Far Cry.
Far Cry.
Pretty sure the second one was in like
it was a long time ago
when I
played it.
A fictional African nation that was going through like a civil war or whatever, and you could kind of pick what side. I've never loved any of them.
No? Okay.
Primal was my favorite one, and I didn't even beat that one.
I didn't even play Primal.
Primal was cool.
And I will tell you, what I wanted was more time away from a Far Cry game.
Yeah.
I played 2 a long time ago. I was younger. I didn't care. It was fun. You got to kill people. I played 3 extensively.
I didn't play 3 extensively. Just a little bit.
3... I'm trying. You see, it's hard for me in my head to like separate 3 and 4 because they do.
So 3 is on the island. It's got the bad guy with like the black makeup and the red
where
vest.
they did the live action commercial.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, and unfortunately, because he was a really, really good antagonist, and in that game got weird. There were points that game, in story-wise, you did shit where people were like, "What?"
Yeah, you're like having sex with some girl.
Yeah, dude. If you, I was going to get into that. There's a couple different endings.
You can like kill your friends. And
There's a couple different endings.
Yeah.
If you do the ending where the whole point of the game is you're on a trip on that,
you're like a bunch of like douchebags, like college
and then
frat boys.
You're basically a bunch of douches who get captured. Within hours, you learn how to become an assassin. Out of nowhere, a fucking bloodthirsty, heartless assassin who's murdering people and literally laughing about it. And there's points in the game where you do that, and I will tell you about it.
I like that they approach that, though.
It is weird, because you get to kind of watch your own sanity slip away, which is kind of cool. But it happens really quickly, and you're like, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen that fast.
But there's a point in the game where you're shooting, you're driving past, you're in a Jeep, and you're shooting a grenade launcher to, kind of the classic, he drives, you shoot kind of thing. When you're doing it, and these burning bodies are flying out of these Jeeps, you're like, ha! Yeah! Did you see that shit? Woo! Like what a douchey frat boy would do when he's like playing football. Like something it's really weird. But at the end of the game, you find your people that you were looking for, kind of thing, and it's like, but now you have this other kind of group of people that you're kind of chilling with who have been helping you out the whole game, and this girl's kind of hot. This girl who runs it she's kind of hot, and she's like, hey, you should kill them, and you're like, I don't want to do that, but maybe you do, and if you choose to kill, and you literally cut their throats, if you choose to kill them, you fuck the shit out of that girl in the end credits, like. And it gets weird, so it literally shows you doing it, like I've never seen in a game before. And then she kind of flips you over, and she gets on top, and she keeps going, and then she stabs you in the chest. And you die. That's the... spoilers for fucking Far Cry 3. If you haven't played it, you idiot.
You're an idiot if you're upset.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I apologize. Not if you haven't played it. But yeah, she stabs you in the chest, and you die. That's the end of the game. That's unfortunately the route I took, because I knew how it ended. But so I don't know how it ends. I had to see the sex scene. I was I was like 16 I think when it came out.
It's rare in games.
Very rare. So I don't know how it ends if you go the other way. I should have gone back and did it. I didn't. Far Cry 4, I'll try to make it quick. I know I'm going kind of long on this. Far Cry 4 looked great. It looked really good graphically. I remember when I let you borrow it, the first thing you told me was you showed me you did kind of that slow pan.
I was doing the E3 pan.
Yeah, the slow
E3
pan. And it does look really good.
I was just like, look at these flags.
The way
blow in the wind with my gun.
The way that game handled the open world, I think, was really good. The kind of camps you take over in every game is they were fun. You had the wingsuit, which was cool. You could just fucking jump off a cliff and fly around,
awesome.
Which was really cool. You had the little helicopters. That might have been 3. I don't remember. Either way, it was really cool. And then Primal came out, and I needed a break. I know it was different, but I knew what it was going to be, and it was going to be the same thing.
It was cool.
Essentially. I heard it was great. Everyone who played it loved it, but I knew you were going to have these weapons, and you were going to have these animals you could kind of fuck with, and there were going to be camps you took over.
That was fun to, like... That was the first Far Cry that kind of grabbed me. Like, the other Far Cries, there was no one thing that you do that I didn't feel like the shooting was that great compared to other shooters. I didn't think that like the RPG elements were good compared to other RPGs. Like everything that it did, it just didn't do as well as other games around it. Yeah. And it was like this big amalgamation. Just really, for some reason, they always just felt like these big, like someone, like a kid just got a bunch of different colored Play-Dohs and smacked them all together. And it was like, it's cool you got all these Play-Dohs, but like it's just kind of...
It's just a lot of stuff going on.
There's nothing particularly like great.
Yeah.
Or outstanding about any of it. So like that's why I liked Primal, because it was kind of risky. And it was different. I mean, a game in the Stone Age is really cool.
Yeah.
Mammoths and like spears and shit. So it was different enough from other games that I wanted to try it out, and I really enjoyed it. I never beat it though.
No, yeah, and I only ever beat 3. I didn't even beat 4. I technically did, and I'll talk about that real quick. Another reason I like 4 is because it was co-op. I don't remember if 3 was, but I remember my brother and I sat down and did. We played through a lot of it co-op, which was really cool. Just the two of us, which made taking over settlements easier and doing things and whatnot. There's like an arena you can do, which is really cool. But what I mean by it is I beat it. I think we talked about it before. There's that ending where if you just sit at the table at the beginning of the game and you don't move, Troy Baker comes back in. I only call him Troy Baker because I don't know the character's name. Thank you. Pagan comes back in, and he's like, "All right, time to go." You get in the helicopter. They killed all the rebels. You get in the helicopter and you leave. And the game's over.
That's it.
So I've done that. But I want to play Primal 5, which we haven't even talked about yet because I talk too much.
It's all good.
Far Cry 5. It's set in modern day. In a made-up kind of place in Montana.
A made-up county. Hope County,
Montana. From what I understand, the premise is like a crazy religious cult is doing things. And you're with a guy who's...
Dude, I'm so down to kill white supremacists.
Dude, me too! This is right up my alley. I'm like crazy religious people.
White people are going to be offended by this game?
Do it. I don't care.
I don't give a kill them. Fuck. Dude, I hope they have Confederate flags I can fucking strangle them with.
Just strangle them. Dude, and I'm excited because I'm into the whole crazy religious cult thing. I'm like, well, this is going to get weird.
Yeah.
Let's definitely make it happen.
Yeah, like the artwork that they released is a take on Da Vinci's Final Supper, Last Supper.
When they're all at the table.
Right, and there's like this one guy, he's like holding a dude. It says "sinner" on his shaved to his head.
Dude,
there wasn't any gameplay yet. I think it's actually today. Today's Friday. I think they're doing a gameplay thing. But there was like it just shows like different views of this beautiful Montana with a dead body somewhere.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
What I liked was that very first teaser trailer we got. Remember, it's like, oh man, look at this beautiful prairie, and then you hear, ah! And someone's fucking yelling, and then they get shot in the back, and that's it.
The beautiful river.
Yeah,
the body floats by. Like, what the fuck?
I think they did that really well, and I can't wait. To me, there were a couple things that stood out, and they're very nitpicky things. There's a trailer where you get to meet a character named Nick. Nick, I think his last name is Rye. He has kind of a dialogue with the camera, whatever. He's like looking for a son. But he gets into a plane, and they talk about how there's going to be aerial battles in the game. And my only issue is if this is modern day, Montana's not on another planet.
No,
if it's modern day, who are you having aerial battles with that the government is not getting involved with and being like, hey,
I mean,
you can't fly planes
just look at Wake Up
and shoot people.
All they did was shut that place up, and they brought tanks.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
and
not
blew the whole fucking place up.
Montana. Yeah. You don't live in the middle of the earth, like, you know what I mean? Like it shows him like strap a minigun onto his plane, and I'm like, who are you gonna fight with?
Because like in Himalayas, like it's like third world country, like Nepal or whatever,
you can get away with a little bit more. I'm like, who are you gonna have a battlefield?
Where are the police?
Plane battle with? Where are the police? Where's the military? If you're flying a plane with a turret around, and then who in this cult has another plane that you're fighting? You know what I mean? It's not like
how many planes are there going to be where you're like shooting down a bunch of planes?
Doing like crazy maneuvers.
That's the thing, though, for me, Far Cry has never really been a great storytelling thing anyway. So like, why should they care?
No, and I think this could change that. Their antagonists are usually really good, at least in 3 and 4, and then I think 5 they could do really cool stuff with it. But that kind of stood out to me, which was weird. And then another thing that I've gotten over is in Montana, how many different not landscapes, but how many different animals are there in Montana? I don't know anything. I mean, there's like cows and there's bears.
Yeah.
I mean, what? There's not
I don't know.
lions and shit in Montana. And there are definitely probably wolves.
That's the
a lot of deer.
This is as dumb as this is.
Yeah.
Like the Far Cry games are all about just like killing all these animals
and skinning them.
Not really into that.
And making cool shit. Oh, I like it just because you get to.
I'm like, oh, there's a Bengal tiger. There's like 30 of those left in the world. Let's gun it down with an AK-47.
Dude, you're doing it wrong, man. You have to murder the tiger.
I don't want to kill wolves.
You need that skin to make a new backpack, Ian.
Dude, if I didn't piss off white supremacists before now, I'm really pissing off now. Dude. I don't want to kill the animals.
I can't wait. I can't wait to kill
Are you really excited for it?
I am really excited for it.
Okay.
I can't wait.
I'm going to let you buy it.
Yeah, and I will.
I'll let you see what you think.
And I can't wait. That animal thing kind of threw me off, and the plane thing. I hope the plane aerial battles are not forced at all.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because that'll get weird and it'll get annoying. Like Battlefield 1, it'll get annoying. Because no one really does playing battles well on console, I feel like. At least not that I can remember. I've heard the argument Battlefield 1, or not Battlefield 1, I'm sorry, Battlefront, the newest Star Wars Battlefront, did them well. I didn't play it enough to know, but Kevin was talking about it. Him and Jimmy both loved the aerial battles in that.
Yeah, I didn't like the controllers that much, but
it's
controls, the one stick control for me is not great.
Yeah, it's going to get weird. On console, it's going to be weird, whatever. But yeah, I'm excited.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up with the biggest news of the week.
Biggest news.
It's not really big, I guess, because it's not surprising, because it's Rockstar.
Red Dead?
EA, pay attention.
Pay attention.
Pay attention to this.
Maybe not.
Rockstar North.
Maybe not, though, because they announced
will take their fucking time on a game.
Red Dead Redemption.
It's only been one delay. Red Dead Redemption 2 has been delayed.
Delayed to 2018.
It's been one delay. I think they're going to get it out in 2018. It might even get delayed to fall 2018.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Because I know it's going to be probably a 9 or a 10.
And they haven't shown enough for us to get too excited about it. Yeah. We've got a couple, I think we have pictures, right? There's like a couple pictures of like silhouettes coming over a ridge, which is cool.
Well, they have the original trailer.
Is there a trailer?
Yeah.
Don't you just hear noises or something?
It's, no, there's a guy that's talking, and then they show, like, just different scenic shots. They show, like, the town, and the guy's riding. It's in-game.
Yeah, you're right. It is in-game.
It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And it's going to be on my 4K television, on my fucking Scorpio.
On your Scorpio? Oh. Dude, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, by then you'll probably have it. Hell yeah. Dude, I'm just going to come over and watch you play Red Dead. I'm not even going to play it. Because if I go home and play it, it's just going to be sad. Be like,
no, why does it look great?
The shitty TV and the shitty Xbox that should have been good anyway, but it's not now that they have Scorpio. Yeah, man, I'm excited for it. Like you said, it's really not that surprising. I'm glad they're doing it, and I'm glad they haven't shown us too much for us to be excited about it.
Yeah, and I just have faith in them to make a great game.
Because they do every time.
We'll see if it's spring. And they said spring. They actually said in an earnings conference call, that they're like talking about the like the fiscal spring, which is like May or later.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a year before it comes out.
I don't even care about whatever month they say is probably not going to happen. So I don't care. I'm excited for the game. Now, my opinion on it, which I think we've talked about before, is unfortunately, I do not think it'll become what GTA became. Given the setting.
That's not. I don't think that's. I don't think they're going.
No, but I'm sure they would love for it to. They weren't going for that with GTA 5. It just blew up, and people fucking loved the online more than the game ever. And you know what I mean? And it became GTA Online instead of GTA 5.
Well, and it sold tens of millions just on GTA.
Yeah, and it just
before online even launched.
You see, it just hit 80 million.
Yeah,
dude. Come on, Rockstar, you're killing it. Throw some of that money our way.
That's what I'm saying. They are. Red Dead Redemption is a passion project.
We could use a sponsorship.
And I don't know how many. I'd like to look and see how many copies of Red Dead sold, but it's not going to be a slouch.
No, I think
it's still going to sell between 10 and 20 million copies, which is ridiculous.
Just what I think is going to happen is people are going to play it and they're going to love it, and the online is going to be a lot of fun. But then they're going to be like, okay, now I'm going to go back to my mansion and my 30 cars and my bitches and my boats, and they're going to go back into GTA. Well, because you're not invested in GTA. There's people
they don't need. It's not. They're not making it to say stop playing GTA 5.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
That's going to get a huge crowd of people on its own.
But I think people are going to go back
because I prefer Red Dead over GTA.
Exactly.
Any fucking day.
But
the historical setting.
But we're not the people who put $400 into GTA.
And I guarantee you, they will have a Red Dead Online.
No, duh. Yeah.
And it'll have a huge player base.
But I just think, given the setting, in my opinion, it won't hold people as long as GTA did.
No.
Just because you can't... Dude, look at all my horses. All my different colored horses are really cool.
Yeah, you're going to have to come up... Well, that's a challenge for them. They're going to have to come up with something else to do.
And maybe it will.
It's a prequel. Well, it's not a prequel. I don't think they're telling, like, John Marston's early story. But, like,
as a boy.
It's taking place in an earlier time, more West time. Because remember, the first one was 1910. Mm-hmm. It was...
So we're gonna
as the West died, basically.
In the 1890s.
Something like that, or maybe I would love to see 1870s.
It is John Marston, though, right?
No.
I thought it was him and his kind of gang of people.
They haven't said. Okay. I don't think they'll even touch it.
Maybe that was an early rumor that I'm just carrying with me.
Maybe, yeah. They haven't said anything about that. So it's just I'm hoping. I want 1870s because I want that like recent post Civil War stuff. I'd like to see like
a lot of racism.
Well, there's racism.
No, I know, but you'll get like that extreme like black people hanging from trees everywhere and stuff. like that.
I think it's in a more northern, a more Union area. Okay. But it would just be cool to see like the post-war, like just Union soldiers walking around drunk at the bar.
Well, they're drunk, they're miserable,
but they've got their blue coats on, and you know what I mean. Just that's that kind of like that cool. Western.
Pick a fight with a group of fucking soldiers. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be
really cool. They're yelling at you because maybe you were like a Confederate. Maybe your soldier would be like Confederate or something like that.
That could be cool.
They can go there. Because I guess the thing, too, is certainly the last thing I would want from a movie or a game is to demonize all Confederate soldiers.
No. I think you have to tell both stories.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, not all of those young guys really had anything. They didn't care about any of that.
Or had a choice.
They were just fighting, just ground up in that that war.
I think Rockstar's better than that.
And I'm sure there were some racist Union soldiers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it's not so black and white.
No,
but it's so it'd be really cool to see that. Maybe like if you'd be I don't know if you ever saw the show Hell on Wheels.
No.
First couple
an AMC show.
Yeah, first couple of seasons were excellent.
Really?
And then it kind of went off.
Is that kind of when it takes place?
I got tired of it. Yeah.
Late 1800s.
He's a Confederate soldier,
okay.
ex-Confederate soldier, and he owned slaves.
Okay.
And it's really interesting because he's not a straight-out bad guy. And in fact, he becomes his closest, not really like, they're not like friends, but like his kind of closest like ally and confidant that comes in and saves him a lot is this former slave. And it's just really interesting. They demonize it, but they don't demonize him. It's this really weird thing. It was crazy.
I might have to try that out.
First couple seasons, fucking excellent. And then for me, it just kind of started meandering and
went too long.
I was like, I didn't need
the Walking Dead effect.
It could have had like a couple. Yeah, exactly.
It went too long.
Could have had a couple of seasons and been fine. So
it sounds great.
Yeah. So Red Dead 2018. Totally fine with it.
Can't wait. Yeah.
It'll be incredible. And there were some tweets from like creative directors of other games that were releasing that time. Like one of the creative directors of Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
They released a little Vader dancing and with along with a link to the article that had been delayed because it's no longer going to mush on their game.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant developers who were aiming for that time
No, Star Wars Battlefront comes out in November, and he released a little Vader who's dancing around. He was like,
that's perfect, because that gives them time.
It's going to destroy... Red Dead Redemption will destroy anything else. It's like a Walmart in a small town. So
can't beat those prices.
Exactly. Mom and Pop's grocery store, gone.
$10 gallon of milk, get out of here. Dude, that's so funny that they did that.
Yeah, he was all a little dancing Vader.
I didn't see that. That's great.
All right, man, we hit an hour. We
killed it, man. We kept going. We had a good flow there.
We missed a topic, but it's okay.
Did we?
There were 3 topics.
We hit
Far Cry 5, Red Dead.
Far Cry 5.
There's one more. Check your phone.
Hold on, wait, no, let me...
All right, I don't want to say, but check your phone.
Red Dead.
Yeah.
Far Cry 5. Yeah. What the fuck? What was it? I'm going through my phone now. I'm going through Ian's text messages. I'm scrolling up. God damn it. It's going to be Far Cry 5, Red Dead Redemption. In the Xbox game style or Netflix style Game Pass. Yeah. Are we going to touch on that?
I can very quickly.
Yeah, you said you tried it.
This is not designed for me or you.
Really?
And that's okay. Not everything needs to cater to me, to us, hardcore gamers. I own all these games, or I have no interest in playing any of them.
They're old games.
They're old games. Okay. And that's fine. I mean, I don't expect them to have brand new games on there for me to download for free.
Yeah.
But I was going through there, I'm like, I've played all of these.
You've played it, you've owned it, you didn't like it.
I didn't want to play them. And it's just...
Wow.
It would be really cool for that group of people. Mm-hmm. There's that middle group. There's people who are like, yeah, I play games, and they play like one game a game.
Right, yeah.
But, I mean, that middle group, they buy an Xbox a year or two after it comes out, and they'll sit down once a week and play some games.
Yeah.
And they're casual gamers, and I don't mean that in a pejorative way. I just people who don't devote the amount of time.
They play a lot of different stuff.
It would be awesome for them to just download, like, oh yeah, Halo 5, oh, BioShock's on here, I heard that's great, and they can just play these games. And it's, if cost is a barrier to you, not just because you're poor, but I put a lot of costs that a lot of people wouldn't be willing to spend on this stuff because it's my number one thing.
Yeah.
For them, it's not, and so they don't want to pay $60 for it. So it's really cool if you have to catch all, like, if you want a library, I mean, $10 a month, you get all these cool games. It's an awesome thing. It's just not for hardcore gamers.
That's good to know. I'm glad you did that and went and tried it out. I saw before I came over. I jumped on my Xbox real quick. I saw there's like a 14-day free trial.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
download it. I just set a reminder on my phone to be like, cancel that shit.
Yeah. I just did that with Amazon Prime.
And maybe it'll get better. Netflix streaming was slim pickings when it first started.
It was weird when it started.
So it's just the beginning. They're just launching it. They're testing it out. They're seeing what people think. But for me, there's literally nothing on there that I haven't either played already or don't already own.
That makes a lot of sense.
Or have no interest in playing.
That makes a lot of sense now that you say it. For Microsoft's sake, I really hope it does well.
Me too. It's a really cool idea. It's a really cool idea as well. I love the idea. And Phil Spencer has come out and saying that he's hoping that if it takes off, they can start doing what Netflix does with creating their own Game Pass exclusive games that are just created from the funding of this thing.
That could get weird.
Right? And you just buy it on Game Pass.
That
Xbox Game Pass exclusive. And it's $10 for a brand new $60 game because you're paying a subscription.
You're paying for that thing. Huh.
Yeah. Pretty interesting thought.
Really?
He says that, it would really need to take off for that, though.
Oh, yeah. How long did Netflix take before it started doing originals?
Years.
And
that's a new thing.
Yeah, its first big originals were like Narcos and then...
Yeah, they had a couple before that, but yeah.
Daredevil took off.
Daredevil was one of those huge. Yeah. So they had a few that came out that were there.
Remember when they announced that they were doing it? Everyone was like, "What?
Yeah,
Netflix? What? You don't know what you're doing." Now, literally the greatest shows on Netflix
they're
Netflix
right
shows.
There with HBO.
No, absolutely,
seriously,
absolutely. HBO has a little. I feel like they're willing to go a little bit further with their shows. When you watch like Game of Thrones or Westworld.
Stranger Things is.
Yeah, but they don't get like. Yeah, no.
Like Stranger Things is one of these shows that I would put up there with Westworld.
Yeah.
And Westworld I like better, but that's right.
Did you guys finish?
Yeah. We'll talk about it here.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go talk to Alyssa.
All right, fine. Let's go talk to her.
All right. Is that it?
That's it, man.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, everyone. Hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. This is Memorial Day we're releasing this on. It might be like 12 in the afternoon. Or noon, or 1
Shout out to you. Hope you're barbecuing or something, or hanging out, or hugging your grandparents.
Or it might be Tuesday for most people listening on the ride to work or whatever. So
hope you're hungover and you're enjoying it.
I don't want to think about Tuesday. Oh,
that's gross,
God.
Dude. And we'll talk about Monday. My Monday's not even going to be good. We'll talk about that.
You have plans?
Yeah, we'll talk about that shit. We'll talk about that shit.
Right.
But don't forget Twitter, ZeroHP TV, Twitch, ZeroHP TV, but preferably Twitter. YouTube, I think it's just ZeroHP Gaming.
I think it's ZeroHP Gaming.
Games. We should figure that out. We should make you a thing up here.
Just type in ZeroHP and don't pick the option with all the anime weird shit. Pick the other one.
Pick the legit one.
Yeah.
With you boys.
Yep.
All right,
guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Later.